with the theme, Sapat at Masustansyang Pagkain sa Natural Farming Manggagaling. But before the discussion proper, let me introduce to you myself first, and of course, I will also introduce to you my partner for today's event. By the way, this is Jenny Silubiano, 22 years old, residing at Bindoy, Negros Oriental, and currently studying at Negros Oriental State University, Pamplona Extension, Pamplona, Negros Oriental, taking up Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, major in Agronomy 3. It is my privilege to be the one of your speaker for today's webinar. Our second speaker is residing at Candaoay, Dumaguete City. She is 24 years of age and is currently studying at Negros Oriental State University, Pamplona Extension, Pamplona, Negros Oriental, taking up Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, major in Agronomy 3. She is a lady with dignity, no other than Miss Dailin T. Lumen.
Good evening mga ka-agri. Now, I will introduce to you the topics for today's webinar. These are the following: the introduction, natural farming strengths and benefits, natural farming inputs, the indigenous microorganism or IMO, fermented plant juice or FPG, fermented fruit juice FFG, oriental herbal nutrients or OHN, and fish amino acids FAA. The following topics mentioned above have their discussion as the webinar goes on.
Wanna learn with us? Keep on watching! Welcome to our webinar on natural farming, a sustainable and environmentally friendly approach to agriculture. In this webinar, we will delve into the principles and practices of natural farming, highlighting its benefits and discussing how it can contribute to a healthier planet and food system. Through informative presentations and interactive discussions, we aim to inspire and empower participants to embrace natural farming methods by the use of different concoctions.
According to Dr. Cho Han Ko, 2011, natural farming uses methods that observes that loss of natural utilizers, natural materials and products. It is based on the principles of interdependence among all livings. It aims to have a nurturing impact on the environment in sharp contrast to the disadvantageous effect that often accompany modernized and commercialized agriculture. The observance of the natural cycles and environment-friendly agricultural practices applied in a modern settings refreshes the established perspectives on farming and provides an alternative to technology-intensive agriculture. According to natural farming principles, paragraph 2, plants get 98% of their supply of nutrients from the air, water, and sunlight, and the remaining 2% can be fulfilled by good quality soil with plenty of friendly microorganisms. Just like in forests and natural systems, the soil is always supposed to be covered with organic mulch, which creates humus and encourage the growth of friendly microorganisms.
It is also a chemical-free farming system rooted in Indian tradition enriched with modern understanding of ecology, resource recycling, and on-farm resource optimization. It is considered as agroecology-based diversified farming system which integrates crops, trees, and livestock with functional biodiversity. It is largely based on farm biomass recycling with major stress on biomass mulching, use of farm cow dung urine formulations, maintaining soil aeration, and exclusion of all synthetic chemical inputs. Natural farming is expected to reduce dependency on purchased inputs. It is considered as cost-effective farming practice with scope for increasing employment and rural development. Natural farming aims to restore soil health, maintenance of diversity, ensure animal welfare, stress on efficient use of natural local resources, and promote ecological fairness. Natural farming is an ecological farming approach where farming system works with the natural biodiversity, encouraging the soil's biological activity and managing the complexity of living organisms, both plant and animal, to thrive along with the food production system.
These are the aims and objectives of the natural farming. First, preserve natural flora and fauna. Second, restore soil health and fertility and soil's biological life. Third, maintain diversity in crop production. Fourth, efficient utilization of land and natural resources, light, air, water. Fifth, promote natural beneficial insect, animals and microbes, and soil for nutrient recycling and biological control of pests and diseases. 6. Promotion of local breeds for livestock integration. 7. Use of natural local resources, bees and foods. 8. Reduce input costs of agricultural production. 9. Improve economics of farmers.
So now, let's move on to the natural farming strengths and benefits. Natural farming is environment friendly. Its inputs are made from natural materials, protecting the crops from harmful chemicals used as fertilizers in modern agricultures. In livestock, natural farming is considered a revolutionary breakthrough, accomplishing the dream method of zero emission. No wastewater is emitted. Also, wastes are recycled and converted to resources. Second is higher yield. It strictly follows the nutritive cycle theory, using accurate amounts of substances at the precise moment, nourishing the soil with the right amounts of nutrients when plants or animals need it. Third, low cost. It helps lessen the farmer's financial burden with the use of homemade materials and making use of resources from the farm. Then, high quality. Better quality crops and livestock is the result of non-usage of chemicals. Those are harmful to their production as well as the environment. It is also adaptable. Natural farming can be replicated in any region. Ingredients and products used by the Natural Farming Institute in South Korea can be substituted with the natural resources distinct to each region or ecosystem. Natural farming is also a farmer or user-friendly. Methods are free of toxic and poisonous chemicals which are dangerous to users' health. With natural farming, farmers cultivate their own substances that truly provide the nutrients to the crop and animals. It also helps without harming the plants, animals, and humans. Lastly is respect for life. Natural farming gives utmost respect and care to the crops and animals following the natural cycle of life. Better productivity and even better harvest can be made when one nourishes and gives attention to its environment.
Now let's proceed to the natural farming inputs. Natural farming has a concrete approach as to how best to practice farming while observing and respecting the laws of natural, utilizing only what nature provides. Natural farming has farming inputs that are proven to be very effective in the cultivation of crops. These inputs can increase yields better than the harmful commercial fertilizers and pesticides. This part explains deals with the natural farming inputs, their preparations and applications.
And now, we will finally present to you the different types of concoctions that are essential in natural farming. First, we have the indigenous microorganisms or IMO, the fermented plant juice or FPG, we have the fermented fruit juice or FFG, then the oriental herbal nutrients or OHN, and lastly, the fish amino acids or FAA. So what is indigenous microorganisms? Well, microorganisms play an important role in making soil good for growing plants. These microorganisms can be also collected and cultured. Natural farming promotes the use of indigenous microorganisms or IMOs. The microorganisms that have been living in the local area for a long time are best for farming because they are very powerful and effective. They have survived and can survive the extreme climatic conditions of the local environment much better than artificially produced microorganisms, which are cultured in some forests or artificial environment. And since they are already available in the field, they are considered the best inputs for conditioning the land. Organisms that are found under the heat of the sun are largely different from than those found in shaded areas, such as under the bamboo trees. Dr. Chu advocates that it is better to culture microorganisms from different areas in order to collect different kinds of microorganisms or microbial diversity. In non-chemical agriculture practices, we do not feed the plant. We nurture the soil, and the soil nurtures the plant through the indigenous microorganisms.
Microorganisms have two major functions in farming. First, microorganisms decompose complex organic compounds such as dead bodies of plants and animals and rest into nutrients, making them easily absorbable by plants. Second, they can create compounds such as antibiotic substances, enzymes, and lactic acids that can suppress various diseases and promote healthy soil conditions. The best material that can be used in culturing IMOs is steamed rice. The rice should not be too soft or too sticky since aerobic microorganisms do not prefer to lie on it. Hence, it is best to use leftover rice, and making IMO using plastic as containers should be avoided. Containers made of wood or bamboo is recommended.
So how to collect IMO or how to make IMO? So these are the steps in the collection of IMO in a bamboo stump. So the following materials or ingredients are the following. So we need wooden bags, hard cooked rice, knife or sharp cutting tool, plastic sheet, porous paper, rubber band, jaggery or brown sugar, and glass jar or clay pot. And these are the steps to collect. First, choose a bamboo bush in the center of a bamboo group. Second, cut a healthy bamboo shoot at about 10 cm from the ground and trim the edges of the cut stump in such a way that the inner edge slants toward the hollow end. This prevents the bamboo juice from leaking out. Third, fill the bamboo cavity with boiled rice low moisture content. The level of rice should be higher than the edge. Fourth, cover this rice-filled stump with a wooden bags. Fifth, cover the bags with dry leaves. Sixth, cover with plastic sheet to protect the rain. And then place a weight on top to secure in position. In 3 to 5 days, red, white, yellow, black, and all sorts of microorganisms will be collected. Juice from bamboo will also be gathered. 7. Cut the stump. Transfer the rice in a jar or clay pot. This is also IMO 1. And 8. Mix jaggery with the IMO 1 in a 1:1 ratio. For example, 1 kilogram of jaggery should be mixed with 1 kilogram of IMO. This mixture of brown sugar and IMO is called IMO 2. And lastly, cover the container using paper and rubber band. And no, it takes 3 to 5 days depending on the local climatic conditions. You can experiment based on the climate of the place where you live.
How to utilize IMO? In order to be effective, IMO should be used in proper manner. First, use IMO continuously since IMO are used to make soil fertile and healthy. This should be collected and prepared every year. In order to bring about continued results, IMO must be maintained in the soil. Second, maintain IMO diversity. Avoid being choosy in collecting microorganisms. Instead, microorganisms from different environments should be collected and mixed. It is recommended to collect IMO from all four directions of the field. We can also collect microbes from mountain, summit, valley, and trees.
So the next type of concoction is fermented plant juice. So fermented plant juice is a sap and chlorophylls. It is rich in enzyme solution full of microorganisms such as lactic acid bacteria and yeast that invigorates plants and animals. FPG is used for crop treatments.
Fermented plant juice holds great importance in natural farming due to its numerous benefits for plants, soil, and overall agricultural sustainability. Here are some key reasons why FPG is highly valued. Nutrients-rich tonic FPG is a potent liquid fertilizer that is derived from fermenting various parts of plants, such as leaves, stems, and fruits. Through fermentation, the nutrients present in these plant materials become more bioavailable and easily absorbed by plants. This enhances their overall growth, vigor, and productivity. Natural pests and diseases control. FPG contains beneficial microorganisms and organic compounds that helps strengthen plants' natural defense mechanism. When applied as a foliar spray or soil drains, FPG can improve plants' resistance to pests and diseases, reducing the needs for harmful chemical interventions. Soil conditioning and microbial activity. The application of FPG enriches the soil with beneficial microorganisms and enhances microbial diversity. These microbes play a crucial role in improving soil texture, nutrient cycling, and overall soil health. The increased microbial activity facilitates better nutrients uptake by plants and promotes a balanced ecosystem underground. Cost-effective and sustainable, FPG can be produced using locally available plant materials, making it a cost-effective solution for farmers. By utilizing natural resources and reducing reliance on synthetic inputs, FPG supports sustainable farming practices, reduces environmental impact, and promotes self-sufficiency in agriculture. Enhances organic matter decomposition. When used as a soil amendment, FPG accelerates the breakdown of organic matter, helping to release nutrients and making them more accessible to plants. This improves soil fertility and contributes to long-term soil sustainability.
So these are the following materials and ingredients needed. First, we have water amaranth, jaggery, clay jar, coarse paper, and rubber band. So these are the following plants that are needed when we have to make fermented plant juice. So plants that are strong against cold and can grow well in spring. This is in order to pass down the characteristics of plant that can endure extreme climatic changes. Plants that grow fast and are vigorous, fast-developing plants have growth hormones that are very active. These characteristics can improve any plant weaknesses and the recovery of certain health problems of the plants. And fast-growing and vigorous plants, for example, bamboo shoots and lateral buds of all kinds of plants have abundant growth hormone and vitality. And lastly, thinned out fruits have a lot of gibberellins, which makes plants healthy with thicker foliage and enhances the thickness of fruits. So these are the following steps in order to make fermented plant juice. So first, shake off dirt from the plants but do not wash in water. Washing will remove the useful microorganisms. If the ingredients are too big, cut them adequate size, about 3 to 5 cm. This increases contact sources area and promotes osmotic pressure. Do not mix different kinds of ingredients in one container. Use separate container for each ingredient. And second, measure the weight of the ingredient and weight of brown sugar. Brown sugar should be between half of the weight of the ingredient. You should add or subtract sugar according to plant's moisture level. Third, put the ingredients and brown sugar in a large white container and mix them with your hands. Cover with porous paper and leaves for 2 to 2 hours. Fourth, put the mixture into the clay pot. It should fill up 3/4 of the jar. It is important that the jar is not too full or under full. The empty space is not empty. It is filled with air for optimum fermentation to occur. And fifth, put weight or stone on the mixture to control the amount of air in it. Sixth, put on the cover and tie the jar. A cover is needed to prevent insects from getting into the mixture. Paper is ideal because it lets the air in and out. Seventh, remove the weight after 1 or 2 days. After the air has escaped, put back the cover again. 8. Put the jar in a cool and shaded place. Do not open, move or stir the ingredients during the process of fermentation.
When to use FPG, first diminution to early vegetative growth, mugwort and bamboo shoot. FPG are suitable at this stage to help crops become resistant against cold and grow fast and strong. FPG shall be used to lower concentration during this stage, preferably and a dilution of 1 to 1,000 second vegetative growth, agro root and bamboo shoot FPG, as well as reeds, water or marsh plants with a firm stem, help crops obtain their needed nitrogen to increase in volume. At this stage, FPG can be used to a general dilution of 1 to 800 to 1 to 1000. Third, presence of bees. FPG can be used to keep bees away from fruits. A measure of FPG as rice bran can be sprinkled on the area around fruit trees to lure bees to the ground, thus preventing them from going to the fruits. How to store FPG? First, polyethylene or glass products or clay jar may be used as a container. When using glass bottles, brown glass containers must be preferred. Second, store in a cold place. Select a shaded area where there is no direct sunlight and where the temperature does not fluctuate. Direct sunlight should be avoided. Third, the optimum temperature range is 1 to 15 Celsius for storage. Use a refrigerator if available. If you want to keep for 1 year, otherwise, One can use within 30 days, stored at a room temperature.
Another type of concoction is fermented fruit juice or FFG. It's an essential honey. It is a nutritional activation enzyme and is very effective in natural farming. FFG is a kind of FPG that only uses fruits as its main ingredients. It is used to revitalize crops, livestock, and humans. As the main fruit ingredient, we can use banana, papaya, mango, grape, melon, and apple. Or the fruits must be sweet. Fermented fruit juice or FFG is a valuable component of natural farming with its own set of benefits. Here are some key reasons why FFG is important. It is nutrient organic fertilizer. FFG is produced by fermenting fruits extracts such as banana, papaya, or citrus in sugar solution. This fermentation process breaks down the fruit components and making the nutrients more readily available for plants. When applied as foliar spray or soil drench, FFG provides a rich source of essential nutrients including vitamins, minerals, and enzymes, promoting healthy plant growth and development. It stimulates flowering and fruiting. FFG contains natural plant growth regulators such as auxins, cytokinins, and gibberellins, which can enhance flowering and fruiting in plants when applied at the appropriate stages. FFG can increase flower production, improve fruit set, and even promote larger and higher quality fruits. It also enhances microbial activity. The fermentation process of FFG encourages the growth of beneficial microorganisms when applied to the soil. These microorganisms contribute to improved soil health and fertility. They enhance nutrient cycling, break down organic matter, and enhance the availability of nutrient to plants. Natural pest and disease control. FFG can contribute to plant resistance against pests and diseases. The presence of organic acids and beneficial microorganisms in FFG can act as deterrent to pests, reducing their population and change. Additionally, the enhanced vitality and immune response of plants due to FFG application can improve their ability to withstand and recover from disease attacks. Cost-effective and sustainable. FFG can be produced using overripe or surplus fruits, which might otherwise go to waste. By utilizing these fruit resources, FFG production offers a cost-effective and sustainable approach to nutrient management in farming. It reduces the need for synthetic fertilizers and helps to minimize waste in agricultural practices. It supports organic and regenerate farming. FFG aligns with the principles of organic and regenerate farming by using natural inputs and promoting ecological balance. It encourages the use of local resources, reduces the dependency of synthetic chemicals, and support a more sustainable and environmentally friendly agricultural system. It improves soil structure and fertility. FFG contributes to the improvement of soil structure by increasing microbial diversity, organic matter decomposition, and nutrient availability. The regular application of FFG can enhance soil fertility, leading to healthier and more productive crops over time. So, the following materials and ingredients are needed when we have to make FFG. We have banana, jaggery or brown sugar, container, wooden stick or ladle, chopping board, and porous paper. So, these are the steps to make FFG. First, prepare at least 3 fully ripened fruits, either picked or fallen. Look for fruits that grow in your locality. If the quantity of fruits is not sufficient, you may add supplementary ingredients such as spinach fruits, wild yam, cabbage, cucumber, zucchini, and radish. Use grapes only for grapes and citrus for citrus fruits. These fruits are not good when used on other crops due to their cold and sour characteristics. Second is, for 1 kilogram of fruit ingredient, use 1.2 to 1.3 kilograms of brown sugar or jaggery in summer and 1 kilogram in winter. One of the functions of brown sugar is to control moisture during winter. Temperature is lower, thus there is little need to control the moisture. Third, wash and dry the jar to disinfect container in the sun. Fourth, spread the sugar on the chopping board. Fifth, dice your fruit ingredients starting with the sweetest. After dicing, smear sugar on the fruits and put them in a container. This step should be taken quickly to prevent the loss of essential substances. Fruits that are difficult to dice, like grapes and strawberries, may be slightly crunched with clean fingers. Sixth, use half of the sugar while dicing and pour the remaining half after all of the fruits have been diced and place in the container. 7. Slowly stir the mixture of diced fruits and sugar about 2 to 3 times with a wooden stick, since temperature plays an important role in this process. Stir the mixture with fewer strokes in summer and with more strokes in winter. 8. Cover with porous paper and tie to the container. Porous paper allows a good amount of air supply. 9. Let the mixture ferment. During summer, fermentation completes in 4 to 5 days. In winter, the process takes 7 to 8 days. 10th and the last, after fermentation, sprinkle some more sugar on the mixture and stroke in a cold and shaded place. It is normal that some sugar can still be found on the surface.
How to use FFG? First, changeover period. During this period, crops require ample amounts of phosphoric acid. Acid from FFG of least ripe fruits is good, such as those from grape, papaya, mulberry, or raspberry. Second, reproductive growth. FPG made from fully ripened fruits of apple, banana, mango, papaya, peach, and grapes are useful to supply the calcium demand of crop at this stage. Third, after the changeover period of crops, they are applied with FFG that has been diluted in 1:1000 ratio in water. Fourth, spray into chicken housing, vegetables, or cage for protection against diseases. Fifth, plant activation enzyme is an indispensable material in natural farming. Activation enzyme enables used resources to be utilized in various applications such as enzyme feed, enzyme fertilizers. 6. It is an excellent output for re-energizing crops and livestock. Note: when vegetables pack during the fermentation process, it means the power of enzyme is weak, and when tiny bubbles partially boil at once, it means power of enzymes is strong.
So the another type of concoction is the OHN, or Oriental Herbal Nutrients. So Oriental Herbal Nutrients is a very important input in natural farming. It is made from herbs which are full of energy and function to increase plant robustness, to sterilize and keep plants warm. Oriental Herbal Nutrients revitalizes crops and activates their growth. It is made from popular Oriental herbs such as Angelica, Ocotuliba, licorice, and cinnamon that are fermented, but not boiled, to maintain the vigorous growth of crops. So we need garlic, ginger, and cinnamon. The above ingredients are classified as being in raw state garlic or ginger. In a dry state, cinnamon bark can be used in their raw state. So how to make OHN with garlic and ginger? So for garlic, when using garlic, the whole bulb of garlic in 1 kilogram, select freshly harvested garlic. Do not wash with water. Crush everything including the skins and the roots which contain moisture. Crush 1 kilo of garlic and do not crush too finely. For the ginger, collect ginger. Do not wash with water. Crush after shaking the soil off and do not crush too finely.
Steps to make OHN. First, put 1 kilogram of crushed garlic or ginger in a separate jar. Second, add the same amount of Zagori 1 kilogram, 1:1 with residue, and cover it with porous paper. The amount of mixture should occupy 2 to 3 of the space of the jar. It is very important to fill only 2 to 3 of the jar in order for good fermentation. Leave it for 4 to 6 days. Third, the jar must cover it with tight lead vinyl film. Stir the mixture gently clockwise every day morning for a week. Leave it for 4 to 6 days. Fourth, filter the content and keep the extraction in another jar for long-term storage. Fifth, the extracting process is difficult. Add water or extract juice. This can be used within 45 days. Sixth, to preserve longer period, add liquor to extract the juice easily. How to dilute OHN? The dilution ratio of OHN to water is 1:1000. The ratio can be changed depending on the weather or the condition of the plant.
Another type of concoction is the fish amino acid or FAA. So, what is fish amino acid? The fish amino acid or FAA is a liquid from fish. So, fish amino acid is of great value to both plants and microorganisms in their growth because it contains an abundant amount of nutrients and various types of amino acids. So, blue, black color of fishes will get good FAA. It is absorbed directly by the crops and it also stimulates the activity of microorganisms. So, the effects of fish amino acid are more observable with mixed with a pinch of urea. So, these are the following materials and ingredients needed to make FAA. We have fish truss, head, bone, intestine, or the like. Second, jaggery or brown sugar. Third, indigenous microorganisms. 3, mosquito net, rubber band or thread. And lastly, clay pot or plastic jar or glass jar.
How to make FAA? First, cut fish into pieces and put in a clay pot or plastic jar. Blue-black colored fish are good because they contain high amounts of amino acids. Second, add jaggery or an equal amount 1:1 with residue. Fill the jar up to 2/3 of its volume. Third, cover the opening of jar with a mosquito net. The meat will ferment in 7 to 10 days and the presence of fat on the surface of the solution. Put 2 to 3 teaspoons of IMO3 to dissolve the fat. Fourth, extract the solution and use the liquid to crops. Uses of FAA. First, FAA is rich with nitrogen. It is good fertilizer for applying both to soil and foliage since it enhances the growth of crops during their vegetative growth period when used with other natural farming materials. Second, for leafy vegetables, it is possible to use FAA continuously to increase yield and improve taste and fragrance. Third, when making IEO or mixed compost, apply the FAA after diluting it with water 1:1000 ratio. Then the FAA will help activate the microorganism. Fourth, FAA is very effective in getting rid of mites and the greenhouse whitefly, Teroides, Vaporium, dilute FAA with water and spray it on both sides of the leaf. Fifth, put the bones left over from creating FAA into the brown rice vinegar, which has a volume 10 times larger than the bones. The bones will compose and produce good quality water-soluble calcium phosphate. Note, it is not recommendable to use FAA during the period of reproductive growth because it may induce overgrowth.
So how to store or preserve fish amino acid? First, the optimum temperature ranges between 23 to 250 degrees Celsius, and second, no direct sunlight. A cold place is recommended. And that is all about natural farming. So ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the end of this enlightening natural farming webinar, I would like to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude to all of you for your active participation and engagement throughout this session. The knowledge and insight shared here today have been truly inspiring. Natural farming is not just a practice, it is a philosophy that emphasizes harmony between humans and nature. We have explored various aspects of natural farming, from sustainable soil management techniques to the importance of biodiversity and ecological balance. We have witnessed how this approach can lead to healthier crops, better yields, and a more sustainable future for agriculture. I hope that this webinar has served as a catalyst for change, sparkling new ideas and encouraging you all to explore the possibilities of natural farming. Remember, each and every one of you has the power to make a difference in the way we interact with our environment and produce food for future generations. Let us take the lessons learned here today and apply them in our own lives and communities. Whether you are a farmer, an enthusiast, or simply someone who cares about the planet we call home, your actions can contribute to a more sustainable and resilient agricultural system. I encourage you to continue learning and sharing your knowledge with others. Engage in conversations, spread awareness, collaborate, and like-minded individuals to foster a global movement towards natural farming. Together, we can create a future where the food we consume is not only nourishing but also nurtures the earth. Once again, thank you for being a part of this incredible journey. May the seeds of natural farming continue to grow and flourish in all concerns of the world. Let us embrace the wisdom of natural as we cultivate a sustainable and thriving future.
Once again, this is Darlene Domain
And this is Jenny Silubiano who will say, sapat at masustansyang pagkain sa natural farming manggagaling.